Early MTV music videos. Sound off. Oh, you mean Tony, what the hell was her name? Tony Basil. Nailed it. Woo-hoo! Tony Basil. Yes, 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 yes. Do it next. Okay. Are we done with this? Oh, Mickey. Where are we at? Oh, Mickey. Where are we at? Sound off. For those who don't know, Oh, Mickey, You're So Fine, this was the song back in the day. You couldn't escape it. Oh, look at she's fading in. There she is. I particularly blame the whole cultural response to Lockbox to be the thing that first got me to pay attention to politics. It wasn't Sammy Hagar? Well, there is that. Are my dogs going crazy? They might be going crazy. I had girlfriends who looked at me this way. This is like when you go out with somebody and they spend the night for the first time and you're really excited about this new point in your relationship and you open your eyes and this is how they're looking at you. So like you're sleeping and then you roll over and that's what you see. And you're just, and that's the point at which you just kind of go.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
That's when you should leave. When you just wake up and they're just looking at you. And they already have their makeup on. And you're like, I don't know if I made the right choice here. The cheerleading outfit, interesting choice. By all, for sure. That was interesting. 1981, a very good year. I don't know if any cheerleaders were harmed in the making of this video. That's not clear. Oh, look at that, the thing. They did the thing. Actually, no joke. As the kids say today, no cap. Cheerleading is a dangerous activity. A lot of concussions and sports injuries happen from cheerleading. So this making of this video was not without risk. And I don't know if anybody was at the bottom of the pyramid. I understand that was led to some therapy and some trauma and therapy later in life. If you were the bottom of the pyramid cheerleader, that there was a pecking order in terms of that. So there's that question. Was Tony Basil? This is some early generation choreography. Well, Maddie Holmes, you're right. And I actually talked about that in my sociology of sports class. That cheerleading is run by basically, what is it called? The company that runs it? I'm blanking now. But it's was she a choreographer? No kidding. I know Paula Abdul was a choreographer, and she was also a dancer for the Los Angeles Lakers. But the company that basically runs cheerleading, they don't want to have any kind of oversight whatsoever from the NCAA or from federal governments or from high schools. So they keep it not being a sport. Sorry in advance for this comment, but don't stick your D blank blank blank. I don't know what that means, Mouselander. I don't. D blank blank blank. I don't know what that means. What was drugs, dogs? I don't know. It could mean a lot of different things. That face, man. Imagine making that face the entire time. Again, it's a great, Maddie, it's a great point as well. We actually talked about this. Is it a sport? And this is when I have a slides on cheerleading in my sociology of sports sec. Definitely want to drug your dogs. My dogs do take drugs. You want to be honest. My dogs are on drugs. No joke. The representation of actual, and I mean this seriously. The representation of actual women and female bodies in this video is a nice thing, right? I mean, it's fairly wholesome. These are, I would guess, real cheerleaders. They look like real women. They are in real outfits that are cheerleading outfits. Yeah, what kind of drugs is your cat on, Open Set? Yeah, my dog is on. I have one dog on drugs for a chronic condition, which is Addison's disease, and then my other one is on drugs because he's just a lunatic. Yeah, this is the dog who's on calming drugs. So he's on like some chill out drugs. Jasper is on a chill out protocol. You're right. I should, Maddie Holmes. Oh, that's fancy. I mean, we watched. This is what was on MTV all the time. This stuff. And they say white people don't have rhythm. What? Who said that? I'm guessing her makeup is more theatrical, so it looks nuts close up. But she's actually cheerleading. I know she looks great. They're actually doing cheerleading. I mean, this is like the real cheerleading thing. I don't know what that is, but that's a thing. I would imagine those are real cheerleaders. It's really not a good song. Well, the dog's chill out drug is not different than anybody else. I think it's like gabapentin. I think my dog is on gabapentin. I think it's like gabapentin. I think it's just like, the chill out drug. It's a horrible song, and we could not escape from. So when people want to talk about what's wrong with Generation X and how we are tougher than everybody else, a lot of it goes back to our childhood. And it's not the fact that we were left at home by our parents, which we were. It was not the fact that we were ignored, which we were. It's not the fact that we grew up at a time of fearing of nuclear holocaust, which we were. It's stuff like this. Yeah, use a lot of same drugs for people. Anything would be aired on MTV. And it was actually at the time when MTV would get to radio airplay. So it started to be that MTV airplay would influence radio airplay. Oh, what was that? What just happened there? What? That was fancy. What was that? Watch this move. That's It's pretty impressive. I wonder who these people are now, and if they ever, at their different moments, if they're at a party, if they're hanging out with the other moms, if they are parents, if they are giving talks to schools, if they're just, drinking a case of wine, a box of wine, and thinking about earlier days when they were happier, if they ever replay this video to themselves. Hello, Gembert TV. I mean, do you ever wonder about that? Like, where are they now and what are they doing? And like, where does this situate in their lives? How do they think about how this fits in the larger trajectory of their evolution as a person? I mean, what currency did they get out of this when it happened? And later in life, what has it meant? I would watch a documentary that followed the lives of these 6 people today. I would watch that. Netflix. Someone call Netflix. I would watch that. I'm not really concerned about where Tony Basil is. I want to know about these 6 women that are in this. That's what I want to know. Am I the only one? Is that my sociological imagination? That's scary. No one needs to see that. So, Jembert, we are just watching MTV videos from the 80s with the sound off and just trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Oh, that was racy. I guess probably at the time, if we had the ability to pause, I would guarantee you there was like probably some 12-year-old boys at the time who were like, oh, who were doing that because we didn't have pornography back then. It just is what we did. The kids probably threatened them with showing this video to the neighbors when they try to force their kids to eat broccoli. You know, this right here, because like kids today can just kind of go on their phones and look at whatever they want. Yes, you may ask a random mental health question. They were watching video with the sound off just for that. Just for this. It was this and National Geographic and JCPenney catalogs with underwear ads.